Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Got everything making noises. The radiator's creaking. My headphones were clonking 3 times, I counted. Good morning. It is 9:57. We're going to have a reading like this to start with. We use the Tarot Grand Lux. And I've got some daily guidance from your angels. Okay, sit back, relax. That's what I'm doing. That's my energy. I'm sitting back, I'm relaxing. Feels like it's a Sunday morning. Every morning feels like a Sunday morning. Good morning, Christine. Hello, beautiful. Oh, I love these emojis there. Hi, Brianna. Okay, let's have a look at the cards. I like looking at the cards. I like examining the cards. You can watch some readings and you don't really get to see the cards. You're just listening to, you know, the person tell a story. And I like the cards to tell the story. So. What came through straight away was I choose you. It's like a wounded warrior here. I feel like he's wounded. He is a warrior. He's been through it, but he's wounded because he worries quite a lot. And that's manifested a worrisome life. That's what's coming down. Need to surrender to that. But it's like I choose you. A bit of blame came in after that. It was like, I blame you, that this is your fault. Who's he talking to? I've got another card here, which is, I say he's talking to you, Divine Feminine. Because look how fruitful your life is. It's like, it's scattered abundance. It's like you didn't put all your eggs in one basket. An adventurous soul. Now that card there really takes me to like the 9 of Pentacles, which is the Divine Feminine's card. But it isn't, it's the 7 of Pentacles. And normally in the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's a gentleman. And he's like leaning on his gardening tool. And he's got 1 pentacle at his feet. And he's like waiting for more to come off of this bush. But we can see here that it looks lovely. This takes me to the analogy, before enlightenment you chop wood and carry water, and after enlightenment you chop wood, you carry water. It's just from a different soul point perspective. By being positive, optimistic, rather than worrying. So this is your fault. You showed me that I could be living differently. Okay, that's interesting, isn't it? Let's get some guidance for this situation then. The song that's coming through is, we've got to fight for our right to party. Okay. Well, I have a big grin on my face, which is a nice energy. What do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they rush into your life as if by magic. Okay, so this is what this cheeky little grin is. Because look, she has everything that she desires. What was coming through this morning was, ye of little faith. You need to, well, the message has been coming through. You need to trust more. So now this masculine is being asked, what is it that you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your desires. This part here is important, it's crucial. Once you clearly decide upon your true desires, this part here, and know that you're ready and deserving of them, they'll rush into your life as if by magic. Stop worrying, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. You got me desiring more. It's like, how dare you? It's like, oh, I do dare you to go after your desires. I've pulled another card, but I want to read this message first. What do you desire? And you can see it's like you, because I choose you. My strongest, deepest desire. It's like there's no taming that beast. What do you desire? I opened up to let your past go and have confidence. And then we've opened straight up to what do you desire? This card comes to you because you've been waiting for external signs of what you should do next. The angels say that the answer comes from inside of you. You must decide what you want before anything can change. Carve out time to meditate upon your true heart's desires and know that you deserve the best, as we all do. Additional meanings for this card: use affirmations and positive visualizations to manifest your desire. You may have been unintentionally subconsciously doing that. Have you been carving out time, finding yourself thinking upon your true heart's desires? Using affirmations, wishing for things to be different, to be better. And positive visualizations. Have you been having positive visuals? But they're going to help you to manifest your desire. Clarify your desires. I can hear like this, a tapping on a pole outside. And I have a vision of like a ship coming in and tapping on the, I want to call it the sail post, the mast. Mask. Coming in. Release any guilt or fear regarding asking for what you want. What is it you're wanting? Innocence. Okay, beloved one, everyone is guiltless in truth, as no one can alter God's handiwork of perfection. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. So you can see this feeling here. I was going to say it's like in the background, but it's like the underlying energy here. Heaviness. It's like life has taken its toll. Give us your feelings of heaviness so we can lighten your load. Give us any guilt, anger or blame that may shroud your loving outlook. Enjoy the peace within your heart once more. Like there being a newborn, she's caressing this newborn here. This newly awakened one to love. Music to her ears. All the love hearts. It's just love hearts on this side here. I feel that's what she's like flowing into this child here. This newborn. All this beautiful music. And all this love. on, it's all spouting out here. Look. He's needing some love. Let's read about innocence. Okay, so I've opened up to family. Focus on service, fresh air, heart chakra. Okay, innocence. This card comes as reassurance that this situation and the people involved are guiltless. If you've been harbouring guilt, release it to the angels. Of all the emotions, guilt has the lowest vibration. I need to be able to see this image here. Oh, there's masculine. Of all the emotions, guilt has the lowest vibrations, so it attracts negativity. If you're judging others' guilt, this card reminds you to see the godliness within them to heal the situation. You don't necessarily have to continue a relationship with anyone you distrust. However, it's necessary to purge toxic thoughts and emotions for your own well-being. The angels ask you to consider that any misunderstandings were an innocent mistake. Can you hear the tapping on the bar? Additional meanings for this card. See the others' point of view. Forgive yourself and release regrets. An argument you have may be based on a misunderstanding. Honour the inner child within yourself and others. Look past surface illusions and see the underlying spiritual truth of perfection and divine order. Let's get a postcard from Spirit. Let's have some coffee. Cheers to the channel of lovers. Let's see what Spirit wants to say first. It's 10:10 on the time. It's 13:05 on the timer. As I'm mentioning the time, I'm looking at the enchanted map, which kind of has a compass on the front of it. So, and what's all these tappings? Did you hear it now? So listen out for the sounds. Excuse me. You are magical. Beautiful butterfly here. It says there you are magical. Let's read the message. Dear you, there is a balance between activity and rest, ebb and flow. You can't have one without the other. If you are faced with an obstacle right now, the best course is surrender and non-resistance. Soon enough you'll see how easy it is to flow around it. So this card here, the Five of Swords, is the card of surrender. Now is one of those times when you must trust the river of your life. Go with the flow, and in no time you'll reach what you have your heart and hope set on. Just remember, Spirit will keep your head above water and will direct the currents. When it's time for a greater effort, you'll know exactly when you'll need to work those manifesting muscles. It can be challenging to master the flow cycles of your life, but as you develop your skills, affluence will be yours. Enjoy the flow and trust those currents, for we're right there with you with our little umbrella drinks, smiling at your success. Love you so very much. I'm smiling because she's smiling here. Look, she's got this little, well, tankard there. But there we go, there's the message. I feel like I want to read from a book. Oh, I know the book. Don't Die With Your Music Still In You. We have these musical instruments. Let me get this book. My experience growing up with spiritual parents. Don't Die With Your Music Still In You. Serena J. Dyer, Dr. Wayne W. Dyer. Okay, father and daughter. Let's have a flick through this book. Give up your personal history. So we're harbouring guilt, which seems to be weighing you down, regarding the family history. Anyway, I've opened to this page here. It's page 88. We're going to start at the top now. And I believe the grey shaded area is Wayne's response to what Serena would have written previously. So let's read this. Many mornings I would enter the children's bedrooms and provide their wake-up message, singing in a booming voice. Okay. This thought was going through my mind, like, I would like nothing more than just to be able to, like, you know, sing to my divine masculine in the morning. And this is the song I had in mind. It's, oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, and here it is. So many mornings I would enter the children's bedroom and provide their wake-up message, singing in a booming voice, oh, what a beautiful morning. Gosh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful feeling. Everything's going my way. Then I would tell them, this is the only day of your life. There is no past, there is no future, there is only now. So go out and fully enjoy this day. The kids would all grumble about their crazy father, but it was important to me that they know and understand the message that Emily Dickinson offered with these 5 well-considered words. Forever is composed of nows. Such a simple yet very profound idea, and one that I wanted Serena and all of her siblings to grasp and live fully. You can't get out of now, I would regularly remind them. Enjoy this day, this moment. Don't use a statement like, I'm not good at math, or I'm clumsy, or I'm not popular, all based on something that happened in the past, as a reason for not excelling today in math, or not participating in a sporting event, or continuing to label yourself as shy or afraid. Instead, erase that personal history and see your life today as a blank slate that you can fill in any way that you choose. Okay, what do you desire? You now have the opportunity to write the script according to your heart's true desires. Serena mentioned the wake of the boat. Well, I saw that vision coming in. The boat coming in. Okay. Serena mentioned the wake of the boat as a metaphor for how to give up her personal history. The wake is simply a trail that is left behind, and it is impossible for the wake to be driving the boat that is your very life. This message of giving up one's personal history is something that I too have had to work on throughout my lifetime. In the story that Serena told in this chapter concerning the separation that took place between her parents back in 2001, I was challenged to live in such a manner as to become fully engaged in the now. After a brief period of emotional barrenness, I pulled myself out of what I thought was the shipwreck of my life, and I let it all go. This is now, I would remind myself. I can change the way I look at all of this, and what I look at will change. And so it did. I saw this obstacle as a part of my own dharma, and I used my despondency to elevate my life into a new way of being. This was truly a quantum moment in my life, which I write about in my latest book, I Can See Clearly Now. I was able to make the shift. To new dimensions of my own spirituality by giving up my attachments to my past, reminding myself of what I was, regularly reminding my children that I had not failed, I had produced a result, and I could do whatever I choose with the results I've produced. The outcome of my giving up my personal history is that I moved into an even higher level of compassion and spiritual awakening in my writing and in my own personal life as well. I use this low point in my life to help me generate the energy to propel myself to a higher and more enlightened place. I've often said to my children that true nobility is not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you used to be. This has been true for me in a very big way indeed. I am better than I used to be, but only because I refuse to any longer label myself as a failure. This involved completely and imperfectly giving up my personal history and treating it as feedback rather than as a blueprint for how the rest of my life was going to be lived. I love this proverb, which sums up beautifully the essence of the theme of this chapter. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now. That was good. Let's go to the enchanted map. Listen to the sounds when they're talking to you. Yesterday was about listening to the heart. So listen to the sounds as they're talking to you. Everything's gone extremely silent. The train is leaving the platform. It's building up speed. It's heading south. Okay. Solitude. We got two cards. We'll have a look at Solitude first. Card number 13. Death. Doesn't mean what you think it means. Well, unless you're enlightened and you don't need to really think into death and its meaning. Solitude. I've opened up to it straight away. Look how crappy these pages are. Oh dear, oh dear. I am comfortable in my own skin as I detach to replenish my soul. Meditation is required when you receive the Solitude card as a sign. Empty your mind of superfluous thoughts and allow stillness to flow through your whole being. So I picked up on that moment of stillness, quiet. I think I said everything is so silent. Not anymore, but there was that moment. This is not an adventurous time to ask questions or push forward in any way. Rather, it's a period for a conscious retreat. What's called for now is to step back and take your focus off of your life and your troubles. You'll be surprised by how things sort themselves out once you've replenished your energy by means of a much needed rest and time out. Details. Wanting clarity. You can see clarity there under the magnifying glass. Details. 43. The most powerful patterns are created within the tiniest details. Pay attention. So I've told you to pay attention to the sounds. And to pay attention to the silence. This is the time to be aware of the fine print in all areas of your life. Look at the details and leave the broad strokes for another time. When this card appears in a reading, it's a sign to finesse a project, make small but meaningful gestures, or add a personal touch to your correspondence. Be aware that what you need to know lies in the details. If you're entering into an agreement of any kind, pay attention to them before, not after, when it's too late. Clarity and transparency are key. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. You can gain great understanding by observing the minute body language, offhand remarks, and fleeting facial expressions that reveal the larger picture. What I was taken to was me not showing my face on camera, because you would pick up them messages from my expressions. So, very interesting. I've got another card that when I was reading Solitude, it slid off the top of the deck, so we shall read this card. Heal the Ouch. I'm going to read to you because I don't remember seeing any messages before, but I just had a message pop up in the family chat and it says, yes, she will do, horny little bugger. Belle's in season again. She wants to go out to play with boys, and she's just crying all day. So I'm not sure what was said previously, but yes, if you're wanting to know the answer, yes, she will do, you horny little bugger. I like it. I've got a van going past, a Michelin van, at the back here, and you could just see two girls seated in the back, but of a car, and this is on the side of the van. There's a lorry, and their seatbelts on. Okay, so buckle up, ladies. We're going on a trip, a ride with Mr. Mitchell and Man. Oh my. Heal the Ouch. Very interesting. Pay attention to the minute details. Page, it's not page, it's number 38. I can tell you what page number it is. So it is 105. Forgiveness is the healer of the soul. Let's put this underneath there. Let's have a look at this. Okay. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. However, the message may be that you're being called to change your behaviours in order to heal the earth. Perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet. It sounds like this kind of life, a cruel life. So perhaps you'll switch to a cruelty-free diet. What's with the nudging? Well, it's okay, we can nudge over that way. Look, stop now. Let me just get on with the reading. Oh. Eating less meat, or perhaps you'll pay more attention to how much water or electricity you use. You're asked to be conscious of your footprint on the sacred earth, on all of life, and to commit to the healing path. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. Let bygones be bygones. I feel extremely congested all of a sudden. Okay. It's like it's time to surrender. I swear I swear I trod on a pussycat's tail. There's no one under the chair. My daughter had it this morning. She turned around in her chair and she was like, "Who's touching the back of my chair?" It's like, nobody. She said someone was like scratching at the back of my chair. Welcome to the magical zone. Right. The journey of love. Feel the energy of like clamming up here. It's time to surrender. So let's stop fighting against where life is leading you. It was the bottom of the deck, I saw it, and because it came out yesterday. The spaces between the words. Pay attention. I shall read this message today. Card number 24. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify. So we've seen that word, haven't we? Details, details. Clarify. When we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure, and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be coloured in, where there is just openness. Those are the time... Jeez. At the back of my nasal passage is really blocked all of a sudden. Well, those are the times we need to freestyle. I feel like I have to read the message again because it's not going to make sense unless you can remember what I've just said. So when we look for guidance, we often look for words that clarify, reassure and help us find our authentic path through the chaos. Yet there is also guidance in the spaces between the words, between each letter, between all the happenings in our lives, where there is nothing to be said, where there are no lines to be coloured in, where there is just openness. Those are the times when we need to freestyle. We need to do or not do based on what is happening for us right in the moment. Often there is far less to do than we think. Often we don't need to think. There is a space forming around you now. Sometimes when we sense this subconsciously, we feel exhilarated and excited, anxious and nervous, and not even sure why. There is a sense perhaps that we wouldn't mind having a map of this unknown terrain, or perhaps we are happy to wing it and make it up as we go. Either way, there is space to just be. It is a receiver for the divine presence. If you have a lot of space of unknowing around you now or within you, then just know that there is a lot of divine presence to be received. It can't be explained really. It happens between the words, and yet without it, there wouldn't be any words, any guidance at all. The oracle speaks to you. Enter the space and let go, for your time to receive is upon you. Be blessed. Hear all the birdies chirping out there. I have the urge to open the window. Let some fresh air in. Let's get another card from the Journey of Love. How excited they are. I can see them all in the tree at the bottom of the gardens. I can hear music. I heard another clang on the pipe. Okay, let's get another card from the Journey of Love. The Light Field. Card number 63. You are very open to the other side. The veil that separates the worlds is very fine for you, for there is much love in your heart, and love exists beyond all barriers, including those of time, distance, and even death. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. I'll repeat this process here. If you wish to communicate with those that have passed on, do so through your heart. If you want to communicate energetically with your beloved, even though you are separated in physical location, then you can do so now. If your psychic abilities are opening and you need confirmation or reassurance, accept this message of guidance as being such. Those who have passed can be received fully. Those who have passed can be received fully and peacefully into the light, and your love guides them home. The messages that you sense in your own heart that come from unconditional love, that uplift and reassure, can be trusted. The light is so close to you, beloved, it surrounds you as glow from within. trying to catch what it's saying. Euro Ocean, Costco, Uni Ocean. It's a, is it called a freight train? It's not a passenger train. Hi, Gal Gal. Hello, hello, channel of love. Hello, darling. All the signs are coming in today. This oracle brings you guidance that you are connecting with a field of awareness that is real, and that you are protected by light as you do so. It is confirming that there is nothing for you to fear, and that those that have passed on or will pass on in future will always be safely held in love. It is also confirmation that there are very real bonds that connect you to your loved ones, past, present, and future, that are beyond the confines of time and space. Let's read this poem. When I'm in love, I am not afraid to be any part of me. I let it all be free for the world to know. And when I'm ready to love, I will create a reflection of who I am, and we will shed our fears, complete our past, and trust love to be our guide. We're going to finish with a Rumi message. Sounds like a proper what? Choo-choo train. It didn't go choo-choo, but that sounded like a proper train. Okay, I just saw the card, You Who Show the Way. I think the card's the Wild Red Mother. I don't know. Anyway, let's pull a card. Let's give them a shuffle. Sacred Convergence, card number 11. Can I zoom in? I can zoom in. Can you see all the faces that are there? All the spirits, all the energy. There's all spirits. This lady here. You can just see all of the figures. Okay, shuffling again. Look, I'm going to have to look at his face just staring at the top there. Seriously. Look, I see you. It's like, where's Wally? Okay, let's read this message. Card number 11. Though I can see through like the phone is Sacred Converge. I've gone to number 12, which is Divine Discontent. Winter falls upon us as spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. Let's bring this out just a little bit. Okay, there we go. roaming around town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found, we have searched. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine, and the other the curls of my beloved. A dance like this, in the middle of the circle, is what I am longing for. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves to be mere reflections of the one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning always I have hidden. Now I show myself to you. I just so want to do this as well, so let's reveal, because of you, the Divine Feminine. Okay. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning always I have hidden. Now I show myself to you, that you may become so filled with the same passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Sacred convergence indicates the coming together of souls in alignment with a greater cause. This greater cause is both personal and impersonal. There is an aspect of joining together for common purpose, although that purpose may not be immediately obvious at a level of day-to-day consciousness. That common soul purpose may be to lift each other into greater love and self-belief, to shed fear and open the heart, filling each individual soul with more holy fire for its personal passionate purpose. You'll have a sense when this process is happening. There will be a coming together of you with like-minded souls who hail from all walks of life, and yet together, through some invisible genius, you will help each other. You may simply be dancing in the same room, or singing in a group, attending a class or workshop, or just visiting the same beach or parkland, but at that moment there will be a sense of something coherent and nourishing happening at a far greater level. The trickle-down effect into your personal life will be felt too. You'll have more energy after spending time with these people, even if you don't interact very much on a personal level beyond being in the same space. You'll feel empowered to step forward on your path and love yourself with less conditions. You'll become freer to shed your fears. You'll become freer to shed your fears, let go of relationships based in fear and judgment, and open up to those more loving, responsive, and inspiring to continue on your personal journey in increasingly profound ways. This oracle has come to you because you are part of a greater sacred convergence happening now. Perhaps you have already sensed its progression, or perhaps it will not be obvious to you, but the effect, whether obvious or subtle, will be important to your soul development and divine awakening. You are being asked to drop defenses. I like that sword now. Drop it. Can you hear the music? Shall I go and see if I can hear what the song is? We'll just have a little time out, yeah? I'll take my coffee with me over to the window. Let me hear what song's playing. No, I don't think it's English. Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't recognise it. Right. You're being asked to drop defences and barriers towards groups of people that feel good for you. However, those that dampen your spirits or drag you down are to be dispensed with, no matter what games of blame or manipulation they may play to keep you coming back for more. No, that shall not do for your soul growth now. Just step away, turn towards those connections that feel nourishing to your soul, and learn to share yourself without fear. Just be. You do not have to force the planets to spin, nor the great cycles of the soul to happen. All that is required is that you show up for what is offered to you now. Do your part. Take your steps. Dance, sing and be. And allow the gifts of sacred connection to change your world, for this is the spiritual gift presented to you now. I can hear crows crowing. I heard a drill. Okay. Where did my pleasant little birds go to? Let's call them away. Let's call them away. They knew that danger was coming. So they've been called away. That's what it says here, isn't it? You are being asked to drop defences and barriers towards groups of people that feel good for you. However, those that dampen your spirits or drag you down are to be dispensed with, no matter what games of blame or manipulation they may play to keep you coming back for more. No, that shall not do for your soul growth now. Just step away. Turn towards those connections that feel nourishing to your soul and learn to share yourself without fear. Just be. You do not have to force the planets to spin, nor the great cycles of the soul to happen. All that is required is that you show up for what is offered to you now. Do your part, take your steps, dance, sing and be, and allow the gifts of sacred connection to change your world, for this is a spiritual gift presented to you now. This oracle comes with a special message. I can hear my little birdies back. The little sweet sounding ones. This oracle comes with a special message. Perhaps you have been thinking about shedding lower vibrational connections based in the ego world of power games, sabotage, manipulation and fear. Perhaps you have already begun this process, or even shed so many You are fearing you might have over-pruned to be left with nothing and no one. Do not fear, feisty angel of love. Your truth is prevailing. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. This is, that's the title. You cannot stay in a vibration of fear if you want to dwell in a vibration of love. Well, it will be the title if it's not over 100 spaces. Can't say letters because it includes spaces. So we'll soon find out, won't we? Whilst you learn to sustain that vibration within you until it cannot be rattled by any crisis or demand, you are wise to place yourself in more nourishing connections. If you want a plant to grow, why not give it the best soil and conditions in which to do so? Certainly the plant of love can and will grow in the most inhospitable conditions, but it can be rather more joyful to grow in gentler, more nourishing conditions if possible. Well, they are possible. This oracle comes to you with guidance that the possibility for more joyful relationships and growth of love within is in your power. You can choose each day, each moment. Just make a choice. Trust yourself, your discernment, and your intuition, and choose. You do not owe anyone anything. Repeat this law of karma. You only owe love the chance to grow. So let that be your guiding principle now, as you release the old and trust that even if your garden of relationship becomes sparse for a while, you have been cutting back unhealthy plants to allow for new life to flourish. It is only a matter of timing for the season of new life and growth to come again, and so it shall, bringing with it sacred convergence of souls on the path of love, your soul tribe, your soul family, your new tribe of those journeying upon the path of love. Let's finish with this sacred honouring ritual. Say, Rumi, who loves me unconditionally, I open to your grace. I hereby declare I am willing to release those connections that no longer serve my spiritual growth on the path of love. I release relationships based in fear and am open to those based in love. I surrender the need to know, to judge, to assert control, and to be in the right. I open up to tolerance, intuition, and honouring of my heart. I open to love. Show me the way, brother of my soul. Guide me through your grace into the sacred convergence of my soul and divine love in its most glorious, gracious expression, now and always. I call in my soul tribe of love. I call in my soul tribe of love, and I open my heart to nourishing connections in all ways now. So be it. Close your eyes and relax with your hands resting on your heart. Do this for however long feels good for you. When you are ready, simply open your eyes and you have completed your sacred honouring ritual. And I've completed this reading, which is near on 1 hour. We're just like a few seconds really behind. So until I see you again, take care, much love. Bye for now.